Hey team, today I'm speaking from an instructor's perspective. Another day I may do one from the student's perspective, but today's coming from an instructor's perspective. And firstly, I wanted to just talk about and explain why it's important that the instructor takes the responsibility if the student is not up to standard or where you would like them to be. And the reason that you need to take responsibility as the instructor is simply because if you don't, then you simply don't have the power to change the situation. Whereas if you take responsibility, then you can ultimately change your approach in order to help the student achieve the desired outcome. So first things first, take responsibility. Students not where they need to be. Okay, I'll take responsibility for that as the instructor. Where are we at? Where do we need to go? Make sense? Got my trusty journal here. Just quickly and likewise, the student must take responsibility for their own personal journey as well. And if they don't take because you can't guarantee as a student, you can't guarantee that the sensei will take that responsibility, and ultimately it's the only thing that you're in control of. The same as with the instructor, the only thing that they're in control of is taking responsibility for their actions. The only thing that you're in control of as the student is taking control of your actions, so you have to take full responsibility as well. Can't blame it on the instructor. Okay? So from the sensei's perspective or point of view, I've got a 8-step process that I think is quite beneficial for us to take. The first thing is to identify the problem. If a student is not where they need to be, we need to identify the reason or the cause of that student not being where they need to get to. Okay, so that's step one, identify the problem. Step two is it attitudinal? Is it an attitude issue? Is it a way of thinking that's causing them not to get to where they want to be? Or is it a physical thing? Okay, so quick example might be physical thing. They are not as coordinated as what maybe someone else is potentially, and they take longer to pick up a pattern or a sequence or something, and so they have a great attitude towards it. They're trying really hard, but they're just slower to pick it up. Okay, that's an identification. Okay, it might be an attitudinal thing. It might be that they're not taking responsibility for it. There may be a thinking pattern that is holding them back. Okay, so and so once you've identified the thing or the reason that that student's being held back, which can sometimes be more difficult than you at first think, then you need to make the student aware of the situation. This is step 3. Make the student aware of the situation. Now that may be sit them down eyeball to eyeball and tell them the hard truth. Okay, as an instructor, we have to get really good at being able to tell people the truth in a way that is going to help them understand, but also to not beat them down, show the light at the end of the tunnel, show them the direction out, build them up, make them feel better about themselves in the process, show them that we can work through this together, but crystal clear, this is why you're not progressing, in your opinion, my opinion. Okay, with a child, it may be having that conversation with them, having that conversation with the parent, trying to find out more information about it, but making the parent aware of why the student's not getting to that next level. And everyone needs to know exactly why. Is there, rolling of the eyes? Is there, every time I ask you to do something, you do this? Are you not trying hard enough? Are your effort levels low? Is it simply that you don't know the kata pattern yet? What is it? Make them aware so that they're crystal clear on it. The next thing is you need to create an action plan. You need to create a plan of action that will overcome the situation that they find themselves in. Okay? If they struggle with the pattern or something, you might organize some one-on-ones with a higher graded student, or another sensei or senpai or something like that. You might get them to come to class 5 minutes early. You might send them off to watch the grading formats on my YouTube channel, or look at the online dojo, or get them to practice their kata 3 times every day. Whatever it is that's going to overcome their situation, you need to create that action plan. And that was step 4. Step 5 is to provide accountability. As the instructor, it's your responsibility to provide accountability to that student that they're doing it. Follow up. Did you do this? Are you doing this? How's that going? What's happening here? Is it all going well? Provide that ongoing feedback, catch up. People tend to do things if they know that they know someone is going to follow up for them. What gets recognized gets repeated. What gets checked off gets done, all that sort of thing. Step 6, if there's no change in the students' outcomes, then maybe your responsibility as their instructor is to help them find another instructor. Maybe you can find someone that they can relate to better. Maybe hearing it a different way from a different person is going to help them to get it. If you can't give them what they need, find someone who may be able to give them something, give it to them in a different way. And vice versa, that instructor might send someone to you to help you get that, because different people take things differently from different people. Okay, I'm getting a bit long in this video. Step number 7. If you can place your hand on your heart as an instructor and say, I've done everything in my power and my ability to help this person, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't possible, then move to step number 8. Let it go. There's nothing you can do about it. Step 7, if you can honestly put your hand on your heart, say, I've done everything in my power, then guess what? Some people you cannot help. You've got to let them go. Okay? So step 8, let them go. Move on. They may want to keep training. They might want to keep doing their thing, but you just can't worry yourself. You can't spend too much time there. You've got 20 or 30 other students to focus on. Let them go. Okay? It's not their time. I hope this helps. I'll see you in the dojo. Thank you for listening.